Are you feeling lonely in Elvenar? No way. Teaming up with like-minded Elverians and forming prosperous fellowships is the key for not only reaching ambitious goals together, but also for making unforgettable memories, like meeting at a tea house for a relaxing afternoon purple tea, or laughing together in front of a crisp strawberry beer by the Dwarven Breweries. It's iDavis here, I'm a content creator on YouTube, and in this video I'm going to present to you the best ways you can support your fellowship with, both as a player and as a leader. So take your seat and don't forget to join by subscribing to this channel to stay in touch with the friendly world of Elvenar. In my history with Elvenar, I went through all fellowship positions, from being a very fresh member to becoming a leader for some time. I will not only mention the technical possibilities of different roles in this video, but will also try to include my own experiences that I have gained during the years and what I have observed as efficient ways of different people supporting our fellowship. Let's take a look at leader's position first. The thing that I cannot put anywhere else than on the number one in the list is to clearly communicate your vision and expectations. There is nothing worse in a progressive fellowship than a leader whose expectations are not clear for the members and in which the rules are not officially stated in any way, shape or form. If a player doesn't know what is expected from them, if there is no set limit for them in specific competition features, such a member will never have enough motivation to get better and will not efficiently contribute to the progression of your fellowship. Having even a few such players in your fellowship is exactly what I call your fellowship has just enough air to breathe but not enough oxygen to survive. And there is no way you can compete with other fellowships this way. Use different channels for sharing the rules and expectations inside your fellowship. Most ideally through the fellowship conversations, fellowship description, or even external sheets or websites if you are willing to create such for your team. Once the members of your fellowship are motivated enough, you made the first step necessary to contributing to the success of your fellowship. But very often, especially those less experienced players than you, might appreciate any help or advice, or what they are actually supposed to do in order to get better and be able to reach your limits. That's where a more individual approach comes into play. In our fellowship, we had some members that, for example, had problems adjusting to our increased limits in tournaments, as they were not able to train enough units to cover any more battles. We approached these players giving them advice on how to improve the space use efficiency in their cities. We figured out that these players were stuck in very inefficient layouts. Some of them were keeping very old even buildings from previous chapters, others were focusing on goods production too much, not leaving much population for armories, they ended up having shorter unit production queues than their periods of inactivity, which meant losing a lot of units every day. After the advice was given and they started rearranging their cities, the problems disappeared and they began to be able to reach new limits with a nice reserve. Now, having motivated members and being capable of living up to your rules, it's time to keep track of the results. You can use many tools for tracking the performance of your members. Some historical ways included running different Excel sheets and actually writing the numbers down, but currently the most ideal way is using a useful external site where all of this stuff is gathered for you automatically. This way you can easily find whether your members are succeeding in fulfilling your requirements or not. By checking these numbers regularly, you can prevent inactive players from meaningless persisting in your fellowship. Not only leaders can contribute to the fellowship's success and progress. Each player is responsible for the fellowship to do well, of course. Let's take a look at a few ways that you, as a player, can help your fellowship. Tournaments. A priority number one in most of the fellowships. Reaching a set of tournament chests every week is a primary goal. You've probably heard that many times. Therefore, tournaments should not be getting out of your focus. As a dedicated fellowship member, make sure your city is adjusted adequately for reaching the required numbers in tournaments every week. Tournaments especially need a lot of units to train, so make sure to reserve a lot of space for military buildings, population for armories, and of course, supplies for units themselves. You may also find it useful watching the tournaments tutorial on our channel. Read the chat. Reading the chat not only means that you are actively connected with the happenings in your fellowship, but you may also spot many requests by smaller players for trading offers. If other members are struggling with specific goods, helping them by accepting their trading offers is the best thing you can do, especially if that's what is preventing them from reaching a higher number in tournament or spire. Take the mic and share the news. Were you recently surfing on the forums or other social media and have you spotted that new event coming to Elvenar? Did you find your best daily prize of the event, or are the wonders from the upcoming chapter worth spending the knowledge points more than any other before? Share your news and your knowledge with others. It not only helps other players to prepare and get a summary of what is happening here and there, but also to strengthen the relationships between each other by new, like-minded and purposeful discussions to carry out there. And finally, don't let all the work stay on the leadership side. They might make a lot of effort to ensure the glory of your fellowship, be helpful and try to help reach their vision where possible. Is the Spire of Eternity, for example, disappearing in a few hours? Let's take a look if the required score for your dream trophy is reached already, and if not, remind that to other players in chat or in-game conversations. Or if you haven't reached the top yourself, try to play for a few more points out there. Even if it won't be the score you were aiming for this week, it will certainly be appreciated by your leader. And with that being said, I believe you now have an idea about how to best support your fellowship. What do you do to help your fellows or leaders? Share it with us in the comment section below, and as always, thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.